Bree was 16 and I was 71 when we started this journey together. It's never too late to be learning good horsemanship, and it is so rewarding. This is Bree's story. Life had made it such that if I was going to trail ride with Eddie, my husband, I needed a horse. The horse needed to be fairly short, have a smooth jog, know the basics. Jesse and Dustin had worked with me enough to know that I would enjoy teaching side pass and other useful maneuvers. They taught me about one-rein stops. They taught me things like getting the horse to pick me up, and that I wanted the horse to put that stirrup right where I needed it. I didn't need to shift up and down the fence or the mounting block to put myself in position. And the horses responded to that. They liked that being specific. They would also teach me a lot of more maneuvers that I didn't even know existed. I told Jesse and two veterinarians the description of what I wanted in a horse. All three said the same thing. Don't rush it. The right horse will come along. Well, a few months later, I was recovering from a shoulder surgery, and Jesse called. I think I have a horse that will be a fit for you. I've put 3 weeks on her. She needs the type of training you enjoy, and I have a sudden opening in the clinic we're hosting this weekend. You can ride her in the clinic all weekend and then decide. While I was standing beside her, Bree, the second day of the clinic, she started sniffing my hand. One of the side effects from the surgery was that hand would swell and sweat, and it needed to be elevated. That has improved, thankfully. But right then, Bree put her nose on my hand, and she started flaring her nostrils and blowing on my hand. I wasn't paying any attention, and I saw it was swelling. I needed to get it elevated, so I propped it on the saddle beside me and continued watching the clinic. I looked at little Bree and said, "We're taking you home, little girl." Well, the adventure started. Bree would be mine to protect, mine to teach so she could get through life and have the knowledge that she needed, and she could be useful to others. I got lessons from Jesse when I could. We would start a lesson on what I thought I wanted. The horse and my knowledge decided what we actually did. I loved it. As Jesse put it, Bree came with a lot of training, but not a lot of baggage either. I was constantly learning, and the techniques made for safety, a happier horse, happy people. I hoped Bree could learn to pull a cart and ride bridleless. Well, bridleless and liberty work didn't look promising. If you didn't have a rope on the little horse, she didn't feel like she needed to come to you. There was not much teaching of cues that were needed even before considering doing those things. Jesse started MHO, Master Horsemanship Online. It included patterns with goals and deadlines. Turning in something every month was important. That ensured growth. Jesse had a way with words and critiquing my efforts that left me feeling like I was improving and how to get even better. Watching the horses learn, and then watching how the horses were precise when I had guests that were scared or needed some kind of help. That was very satisfying. 3.5 years passed. I was able to do a bridleless pattern. That settled it. I was going for my dream. I was going to ride bridleless and carry 2 flags, a U.S. flag in one hand and a Christian flag in the other. Well, we're making good progress. Jesse had a bareback and bridleless clinic. The next day I had a lesson. Jesse coached me to riding a pattern, carrying those 2 flags in a large arena at Happy Day. Oh, I made some mistakes, like trying to unfurl a flag that was tangled in the middle of a pattern. That's not what you do in the middle of a pattern. Bree almost stopped because of me. We did a bridleless ride, carrying those 2 flags. I looked back and realized I did that bareback. That wasn't even part of the goal. My other goal for Bree in 2026 is to pull a cart. She has pulled brush. She's been hitched to the cart once this year. She needs more hours pulling. and practice learning to turn the cart. I have quite a few friends who can't ride, and they would love to feel the joy of being out with a horse. That would work. We have much to learn. How did we get to this point? Patience, being consistent, help from friends, baby steps. Jessie reminds me not to be greedy. One crossover step is fine. I can ask for more as Bree learns. Breathe. My inner chant has become inhale, exhale. Inhale grace, exhale mercy and peace. Breathing, as I say those words, helps Bree relax too. Along the way, I've been growing in how to handle the unexpected, and when not getting the results I wanted, how to work with that, remembering to breathe, know when to step back, and just start over and get a yes answer and quit. How to work on quieting my own voice. This doesn't just affect working with horses, it affects working with people too. It affects all of life. Recently, Bree helped a friend of mine. The friend had a stroke and was unstable, but so loved horses and wanted to be outside a little bit. She was able to hold on to Bree's side and support herself. Bree would put her head down low and stay there and let her halter the horse. And then when she took off to lead, using her walker, Bree matched her stride for stride. That's really satisfying. What we're doing, while it's fun and it's bringing a lot of personal joy, it helps others too. What a blessing to be able to use what we're doing to help others. I look forward to continuing to learn and get better with horses and people. And that's her story up to now.